Hello students, today we are going to discuss about the electrochemistry, one of the important topic in chemistry. So it's very interesting. So first of all, we will discuss about what is galvanic cell. Galvanic cell, or you can call us voltaic cell. Voltaic cell, or simply you can tell us electrochemical cell. Electrochemical cell. So all are same only galvanic cell, voltaic cell or electrochemical cell. So it is a device. So electrochemical cell or voltaic cell is a device which convert chemical energy into electrical energy. Chemical energy is converted into electrical energy. That device you can call as electrochemical cell. So what is the basic reaction happening in this cell? Basic reaction is a redox reaction. Redox reaction. So what is a redox reaction? So it is a combination of reduction and oxidation. So reduction plus oxidation. So what is reduction? What is reduction? Reduction means gain of electron. Gain of electron is called a reduction. Then what is oxidation? What is oxidation? Oxidation means a loss of electron. Loss of electron. So very important concept. What is oxidation? Oxidation means loss of electron. Any atom is losing electron. That process is called oxidation, and which gain electron. That process is called reduction. Always reduction is occurring at a cathode. So always reduction is occurring at a cathode. Always oxidation is occurring at a anode. So it's very important what reduction is occurring at a cathode and oxidation is occurring at a anode. So you can just remember by anox. Just remember this word anox. Anode oxidation and a red cat reduction cathode. So you will never forget. Okay, you will never forget. Then how the process is happening? That's a question. How the process is happening? So two processes are occurring. So there should be two electrodes are needed. Two electrodes are needed and electrolyte also needed. So take two beakers. Take two beakers. Two beakers. One of the beaker take zinc sulfate solution. Zinc sulfate solution and another beaker containing copper sulfate solution. So in zinc sulfate solution, dip one electrode. Dip one electrode, that is zinc electrode. So electrode means nothing. Dip one zinc rod, zinc plate or zinc plate you dip. In copper sulfate, okay. Like that, copper sulfate solution, dip one copper rod. Dip one copper rod. Now this part that is in the left hand side, okay, this is left side, LHS. So this is left hand side and this is right hand side. So this part which is the electrode which is dipped in, zinc is dipped in zinc sulfate solution, it will act as anode. This part will act as anode. Left hand side is acting as the anode and the right hand side, that is copper which is dipped in copper sulfate solution, that will act as a cathode. It will act as cathode. Now you can connect these two electrode by an voltmeter through a bulb you connect. Then one more tube also you have to connect. One U-shaped tube is connected, and this tube is filled with electrolyte like KCl or ammonium chloride or ammonium sulfate. Okay, any one of the electrolyte. So KCl, which is mixed with agar, and this U-shaped tube is called salt bridge. Salt bridge is very essential for the normal working of this cell. So this device you can call as a Daniel cell. So what is Daniel cell? Daniel cell is an example for galvanic cell. So galvanic cell means which convert chemical energy to electrical energy. If specifically we are using zinc electrode and zinc sulfate, copper electrode and copper sulfate, then that arrangement is called Daniel cell. It's called Daniel cell. Yes. Now, what is the reaction happening in this Daniel cell? That only we are going to discuss. So, first write the anode reaction. So, anode, so which electrode is acting as the anode in Daniel cell? Zinc electrode. So, zinc electrode is acting as the anode. So, what is the charge of anode in electrochemical cell? Here, anode charge is negative. Anode charge is negative. So zinc rod is acting as the anode. So anode, we studied anode, what reaction will happen? Yes, it anode oxidation only will happen. So zinc electrode will lose 2 electron to form Zn2 plus and 2 electron. So zinc atoms which is in the solid form which will convert into aqueous. Right, so what is happening? The zinc rod contains zinc atoms. Then one electrode, any electrode which is dipped in its own solution, there will be a tendency to form the ions. Okay, as a result, there is a potential will develop. So that potential you can call as electrode potential. That potential is called a electrode potential. Electrode potential. So here on potential will develop in between the solution and the zinc rod atom. So the atoms have a tendency to become ion, and the ions in the zinc sulfate, what are the ions present? Zn2 plus and SO4 2 minus. So Zn2 plus ion want to become Zn atom. So but in anode, mainly this reaction only will happen, oxidation will happen. Zinc will lose 2 electron and Zn2 plus ions will come into this solution. Zn2 plus will come into this solution. The electron will move from zinc electrode to the copper electrode. So it's an important question. So tell the direction of electron. From where to where it is moving? From zinc electrode to copper electrode, the electrons are moving after the oxidation reaction. Understood? Okay. Then in cathode, what reaction? Cathode we discussed. So in cathode, a reduction, copper 2 plus will accept 2 electron to form copper atoms. So Cu2 plus in the aqueous solution, just opposite process. What here happened, the electron lost it, and the copper ions which is present in copper sulfate. Here Cu2 plus ions are present. So the electrons are moving and coming into the solution, and the reduction happens. So this will happen, right? Electrons are moving from zinc electrode to copper electrode. So what is the total reaction of Daniel cell? You add these two equation. So the two electrons you can cancel. What is remaining in the left side? Zn plus Zn, then Cu2 plus gives Zn2 plus Cu, right? Then write the state also. Zn, which is in solid state, ions. Ions means they are dissolved in liquid. So water, that is why aqueous. Solid. Okay, understood. Right. So what is the direction of electron from zinc electrode to always anode to cathode? So from zinc electrode to copper electrode, the electrons are moving. Now, what is the direction of current? Direction of current is always opposite to the direction of the movement of electron. So the direction of current will be from copper electrode to zinc electrode. So that's also important. Electrons are moving from zinc to electrons are moving from zinc to copper, and current is moving from copper to zinc. That you should understand. So this is the total reaction occurring in the Daniel cell. Now, how will you represent a cell? That is another topic. Okay, how will you represent the cell? So you can write zinc, then put on slash. Okay, on line you put, then zinc is becoming Zn2 plus. Zn2 plus. Zinc is in the solid state and Zn2 plus is in the aqueous form. Now put two straight lines we put. Okay. This represents salt bridge. This represents salt bridge. What is happening here? Reduction. Copper 2 plus in the aqueous form, it is converting to copper solid. Right? Yes. So see, zinc and Zn2 plus. Okay. There we have to put on single line, right? Because it is in the solid state and this is in the liquid form. Okay. So it's a phase separation. Now the two cells are separated by this double line represents salt bridge. Cu2 plus copper. So in exam, any reaction they will give, you just convert into its cell representation. Sometimes they will give the cell representation. You have to write the cell reaction. Okay, we will discuss the example later.